Oh, well, you can argue he is the greatest welterweight champion in UFC history, even if he does not make the walk as such here tonight. The Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman, chasing further greatness under the lights tonight.
Just chasing greatness. He's done that time and time again. This guy's profile continues to evolve from becoming the welterweight champion of the world to passing George St. Pierre in the welterweight rankings to being a star in movies with speaking roles.
Yeah.
The guy is doing everything. But ultimately, in order to do all that, he's got to win. He's got to win tonight, and he has won on many occasions. How does he bounce back from that loss to Leon Edwards? It's time to find out.
You're exactly right, and in the aftermath of that Edwards result at UFC 278, he seemed to handle things pretty well, but obviously that clock is about to start, and all eyes are going to be on the former champ, Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. Born in the great nation of Georgia, here is the streaking Armenian lightweight contender, Arman Tsarukyan. And when this man has been given big opportunities by the promotion, he has absolutely busted the door down. A lot of people harken back to his fight against Islam Makhachev back in 2019. Prevailing wisdom is that that fight is going to materialize again, because since that point in time, Tsarukyan has been an absolute killer. And when he knocked out Beneil Dariush in December of 2023, he essentially made himself undeniable. He has been must-see television, all offense all the time. And again, not a lot of fellow lightweights are calling Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard asking for a fight with the Armenian Arman Tsarukyan. All right, now let's get you our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare, Usman. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Arman Tsarukyan!
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, here's the lightweight contender, Arman Tsarukyan, as this round gets underway. There are easier draws in a UFC debut than Islam Makhachev on short notice. He was competitive that night, and he has been largely dominant throughout his UFC lightweight career. He believes he will have both the striking and the grappling advantage in this particular matchup here tonight.
I stop this. You gotta fight back.
Looks like he's trying to set up a takedown here. There's the attempt. Power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman shows in the Kobe Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he may just be the toughest welterweight in the world because he went through the fire in order to retain that title.
Oh, great block there. There's the single. Striking pretty well from the bottom here. Just over 3 minutes to go, round one. right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet.
Fight.
Beautiful jab there by the champ. You know what's crazy? It was like in MMA back in the day, guys didn't jab him. It was all power shots. That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, in the night that one lands right on the spot. He gets to the single collar time. Look for him to keep that elbow tight and throw punches with his free hand.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Take a deep breath.
Nice.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. Now he's got a good body position, yup.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Usman's right back to the full mount here. 5 minutes in the books.
Stop!
All right, mercifully, that is it for the round, and Tsarukyan is bleeding from the forehead a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the fight continues. Hopefully the cut man can do his work and get it under control so it doesn't bleed down into the fighter's eyes. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round 2. How about that, DC? Turning defense into offense, blocks the strike, counters with the jab. He's got a good reach advantage in this matchup, and it certainly looked pretty pronounced in that exchange. Tsarukyan getting absolutely worked from the top here on the wrong end of nearly all of these ground and pound strikes.
That was nice.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Now into his mouth. Gotta be careful here.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
Tsarukyan is in half guard. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way, or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the feet.
This is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling. That's exactly what they got in that exchange. Nice takedown. There you go.
90 seconds now to go round 2.
Great job landing from the top position.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Under a minute now to go in this one. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Usman going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions.
Trying to recover full guard there.
Final seconds here of round 2. Round 3 next.
No big deal. You got a little cut. It's not going to affect us at all. Do not worry about it. I need you to take a deep breath, get out there, and get back to work. Okay?
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Action there.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
Let your hands go.
So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Gotta capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you gotta find out. Oh, you hurt him again, bro.
All right, you see his high-level footwork here, maybe trying to set up that hook shot again, potentially.
You could tell, John, he's setting a trap. He's trying to walk his opponent in a ton of trouble right now. He ate that kick. He took that whole kick, yep.
Oh, and there's that hook again, but this one is blocked. Nice combination of strikes there by Tsarukyan. 3 minutes. Power strike there. He could be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He doesn't know if he's in the octagon or his mama's out for Thanksgiving. He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Knock him out. The fight's done.
Well, no denying the durability on the other side, but at this point, you just got to find that kill shot and get him out of there.
A lot of times that comes with reps. That comes with taking your time. You get excited, and you want to finish it because you think it's right there, but at times you just overswing and you miss a lot. He needs to slow down if he wants to get his opponent out of this fight.
Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
All right, a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Tsarukyan.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Usman's in half guard. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Another ground and pound strike lands. Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by Tsarukyan. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and that is one of the best 5-minute stanzas you will ever see from a fighter. Rocked him multiple times, unable to get him out of there, but came pretty darn close.
He did come close to finishing the fight, but he didn't get it done. Now, it will be on him to try and stay patient, try to find the kill shot without overextending himself and putting himself in trouble.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, fourth round of a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
All right, let's see if the crowd can be mature as they get into the north-south position.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now it's starting to show. Oh.
We march on, 3 minutes to go.
Let's go.
Lands the grounded pound strike here.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Usman gets the double leg takedown now. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep. Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Usman's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now.
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys. In the half guard.
Usman's eye now closing up. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
You ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks, fifth and final round. Oh, beautiful hook. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Beautiful leg kick lands.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and you come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch. He's in a lot of trouble now.
And back to his feet. Well, you got to think he might be trying to set up that overhand.
Oh!
That'll do it!
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. The decision is inside the octagon. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 19 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru